Hi, I'm Gary Selzy, three-time NHRA World Champion. Driver of the Hemi Oakley Dodge Stratus, by far the fastest funny car in NHRA history. With a top speed of over 329 miles per hour. My car is able to reach amazing speeds because I have a crew of expert technicians who build and maintain my car before every pass. When I'm ready to hit the strip, I'm 100% confident my car is good to go. From tire pressure to steering components, I depend on my crew to make sure my car is perfectly maintained. I trust them because they know the systems of my car, the same way you know Chrysler Group vehicles. Your customers depend on your service and parts departments to team up and keep their Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge vehicles well maintained and in top running condition, because you're the service specialists. As a Daimler Chrysler dealership, you have the trained technicians, the tools, the technology, and the factory parts to keep Chrysler Group vehicles running smoothly. Not just when repairs are needed, but also before problems occur. That's what becoming a vehicle checkup center is all about, making sure your customers' vehicles are properly maintained and good to go. The numbers are staggering. Last year's National Car Care Month statistics showed 90% of all vehicles checked needed some type of maintenance performed. That's 9 out of 10 vehicles that pass through your dealership. When my vehicle hits the strip, I'm confident it's 100% maintained. As a vehicle checkup center, you can help make sure your customers' vehicles are entirely maintained before they hit the streets. And now, Daimler Chrysler Service Marketing and Mopar have teamed up to bring you the various elements to accomplish complete vehicle maintenance with the Vehicle Checkup Center initiative. Whether you have never performed a vehicle checkup at your dealership or you've been doing it for years, the information contained here has something to offer you. It contains marketing and merchandising tips, manager, advisor, and technician training, and proven formulas for making your vehicle checkup center a success. Hey, you paying attention? Become a part of a winning team. Make your service department a vehicle checkup center today and offer a vehicle checkup every time your customer enters your service lane. Besides, if you're not checking your customer's vehicle, who is?
Hi, I'm Pat Ward from Mopar Parts. I'm here to show you the correct way to do a vehicle inspection. Let's get started. First thing we want to inspect is the tires. Take a tire tread depth gauge, measure the tire tread depth. Anything less than 3/32, we want to replace that tire. Secondly, we want to take our hand over this tire and look for abnormal wear. Abnormal wear, we need to mark the form red. Let the customer know it's time for tire replacement. Third, we'll check the air pressure. On this one, the door sticker says 36 psi. This one happens to be right on the money. Mark this one green. Next, we'll check the fluids. First up is the engine oil. Pull our dipstick out. Take a look at the engine oil condition. This one looks great. We can mark the form green. Next, we'll take a look at the coolant. Coolant level is above the add mark. Looks good. We can take a hydrometer, take a quick look at the condition and the specific gravity. And again, I'm going to mark this form green. Fluid's clean. Next, we'll take a look at the brake fluid. Brake fluid's full. Brake fluid's a great indication of brake pad wear. If this brake fluid is low, we'd suggest to the customer that we want to take those wheels off and take a look at the brake friction wear. Washer fluid. Washer fluid's a little bit low. We'll take and top that off, but we can mark the form green. Transmission fluid. The engine should be running when we check the transmission fluid. Take a look at the color. May want to smell and see if it smells a little bit burnt. And again, this one looks great, nice and pink. We're going to mark the form green. Now we'll check the air filter. take a look, hold it up into the light. This filter looks extremely dirty. We'll mark the form red. Suggest the customer replace this filter. Then we'll check the power steering fluid. Fluid's clean, it's full. I'll check the form green. Take a look at our hoses. Looking for seepage, frays, soft spots. Check the heater hoses. Flat spot here in this hose. I'm going to suggest to the customer we're going to mark this form red and suggest a replacement. Serpentine belt. I'm looking for frays, cracks, looseness. And again, this belt looks good. I'll mark the form green. The last thing I'll check is the battery. We'll use the Midtronics tester. Then we can print this test out and attach it right to the checkup form. Next, we'll check the wiper blade condition. Pull these blades up and off, look for cracks, they're worn, and I can always run them on the windshield with a little bit of washer fluid and see how the wipe pattern is. Next, I can also go in and check my lights, turn my headlights on, take a walk around the vehicle, see if there's any bulbs burned out, replace them for the customer, or mark the form red and suggest a replacement. Our 23-point checkup starts with the brakes. These brake pads have worn below the 2mm threshold, and we're going to red light these on our checkup form. We can also note that these rotors are pitted and in need of replacement. Next, we'll take a look at the front suspension. As you can see, we've got new shocks. Springs look good. We'll move to the steering components. We're looking for grease fittings missing, grease boots torn, looseness in the steering components. And again, green light. These look good. Over to the CV joints. We're looking for looseness in the joint itself. We're looking for rust rings built around the cup. And again, these look good. Front differential, no leaks. Front pinion seal is dry. And we'll take a look at the front drive shaft, looking for looseness and again, rust rings around the cup of the shaft itself. Oil pan's dry, transmission pan's dry. Take a look at the transfer case. We've got a front seal leak in the transfer case that we want to note on our inspection form. Let this customer know this is a red light situation. Come back to the rear drive shaft. Take a look at inspected joints like we did the fronts. We're looking for looseness and rust rings around the cups themselves. We move back to the differential. We've got a differential fluid leak here. Front pinion seal. We want to mark this with a red light on our form. Take a look at the exhaust. We've got a yellow light on this exhaust. We've got some rust starting to penetrate the muffler. Nothing that I can push my finger through, but we definitely want to make a note of that on our form. We can also take a look at this point in time for the rear brakes and the rear suspension components and make notes on our checkup form. That concludes our 23-point checkup. If you have any questions on marking this form's colors, please consult your service manual. Now I'll take this form up to the service advisor.
The following presentation illustrates how a 16-point vehicle checkup should be performed. After you greet the customer and have addressed their primary concern, ask if they will walk with you as you perform a vehicle checkup.
All right, Mr. Jones, before we take your Jeep back for the oil change, I'd like first to take a couple of minutes and give it a vehicle checkup. Make sure everything's good to go.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's take a look.
Start your inspection in the driver's seat. Check the vehicle's interior for wear. Check the windshield for cracks and chips, and check the turn signals. Then turn the lights and hazards on so you can check them during the walk-around, and pop the hood before you exit the vehicle. After exiting the vehicle, check the recommended tire pressure on the door jamb and note it on the checkup form, so later your technician can make sure the pressure is correct. Now check the left front tire and the left front wiper blade.
Wiper blade looks fine. Checking the tread depth right now. We're at about 5/32 of an inch.
Right.
And about 6/32 on the other side. It should be good for about 10,000 more miles. We should be okay. Good. I do notice the tires are a little bit feathered though, so
All right.
We'll take a look at that.
As you walk toward the rear, check the side glass and panel. Then check the tire.
Yep, 6/30 seconds, same as the, about the same as the front. It's wearing smooth, so we're okay there.
Okay.
Check the tail lamps and the rear wiper blade.
Rear tail lamps work fine. Rear wiper blade looks good.
Good.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the right rear tire.
Check the right rear tire as you checked the rear left.
Yeah, about 6/30 seconds, same as the
Okay.
other one. It's wearing evenly, we're okay.
As you move toward the front, check the right side glass and side panels. Then check the right front wiper blade.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about those.
Now, you want us to go ahead and take care of that for you?
How much would it be?
It'd be $30 for the set, includes free installation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Take care of that?
Go ahead and do
okay,
it.
great.
Now check the right front tire.
Right front tire. Yep, 6/30 seconds, same as the other ones.
Okay.
Looking okay there. And it's feathering a little bit. It's
Same
just like
as the other one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same as the left front. So
All
we'll
right.
get that too. Let's
Don't
take a look
forget
through
to check the headlamps.
Headlamps look fine.
Then pop
All
the
right.
hood. Once the hood is open, make sure you check the windshield wiper fluid, the brake fluid, and the engine coolant.
Let's see, we need a little bit of wiper fluid. Brake fluid looks okay. Coolant's a little bit low. We'll top that off.
Okay.
Next, check the engine for leaks or any missing or broken items.
No visible oil leaks. Look okay there.
That's good news.
Radiator hose is fine. Heater hoses look good. Power steering hoses.
Then the serpentine belt.
Serpentine belt looks good. I'm also going to have the specialist check your air filter
All right.
while we have it back there.
Okay.
The other thing we'll do is we'll adjust the coolant mixture in here, make sure that we've got the proper mixture of coolant and water.
Followed by the battery.
Take a look at the battery. Yeah, cables look good and tight. I'll have the specialist will also do a battery load test.
Okay.
Make sure that everything's ready for summer.
Perfect. Thank you.
Watch your
Appreciate that.
hands. Mr. Jones, we've got two red areas. First of all, the wiper blades, we talked about that, we'll replace those. The other red area is the front tires. I mentioned that they're feathering. And what that is uneven wear. We get uneven wear, we should definitely do a tire rotation.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, driving down the freeway, do you notice any kind of shimmying or vibration from the front end?
It tends to vibrate a little bit at high speeds.
Okay. I'd also recommend that we do a tire balance too while we're at it.
Okay. How much would that be?
To do the rotate and the balance, it's only $40.
Yeah, you might as well do it.
Get that done?
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
The other items that we had, power steering and transmission, I'll have our specialist check that along with the battery,
Okay.
and I'll let you know what the results are.
Perfect.
Why don't we go ahead and finish the repair order up back at my
Okay.
desk, and we'll go from there.
Good.
Sound
Thank
good?
you.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Congratulations! When you perform a successful 16-point vehicle checkup, you'll build a stronger relationship with your client. You'll show your level of expertise, and you'll discover key opportunities for additional sales.